Okay, so here is a ThinkPad T60p that is just about to reboot. There we go. Okay, and it's running Rawhide, Fedora Rawhide. It's about to boot kernel 2636-0.21.RC4.git1.FC15.x8664. I'm going to modify the boot line here. You can see it's a standard install. The only thing I've done is I've disabled SC Linux on this system. And that's only because the policy has recently had a few problems. So I'm going to say drm.debug equals OX04, which is going to turn on various debugging. And that's going to get the kernel to output various messages as the DRM and the kernel mode setting stuff comes up. There's also a kernel thread, I think, for some of these drivers that pulls the external connectors and so forth. So we get periodic output from the kernel in any case when we set this parameter. And you'll find there's output coming. We're also getting some corruption on the X display when the system comes up. And I had thought this was Xorg outputting its various stuff to TTY1 because it's also running on TTY1, and in fact there's a bug where it sometimes starts on TTY1. It does if you log in after a clean boot, but if you log out and log in again, it goes on TTY7. So I had thought there was a bug there with X outputting to the same TTY it was running on, but in fact I think it's actually kernel logging output. I had previously moved TTY1, moved the file so nothing else could open it, and then I assumed it was Xorg because it was the only thing that had that file open. But in fact, of course, the kernel also can output whatever it likes, and I think it's probably what's causing the display corruption. So watch this boot. Okay, now we're going to do a changing mode. Here we go. All right, and it wants a password for the encrypted disk. It's only a test laptop, but I like to run it with the same kind of options I would have in production, especially on more enterprise systems. So now system D is coming up. Okay, and we can see various external connectors are disconnected. Well, there's nothing plugged in there. And now you get the start of the corruption there. Okay, so here comes Xorg. And pretty much immediately we're going to get some, I guess it must be, yeah, there you go. Right. Okay. Now here's the login box. And I'm going to do nothing at all. And we're going to wait a couple of seconds and we should find we start to get a little bit of, there we go. And if we wait a little while here, we're going to see more noise coming from the kernel, or Xorg. I'm guessing this is kernel because the only thing I know of that generates repeatable interval data like this is the thread that's running in the kernel that's outputting state information about the device connections and so forth, because we've got the drm.debug equals hex04 set. I think this is the periodic thread here. If you watch, I think it's going to be pretty repeatable. Okay, so there may be some problem with kernel logging in Rawhide that we need to get looked at as well. Anyway, it's going to output another line about now. There we go. Yeah, so it's periodic. All right, so let's log in. And just a standard test password. It's nothing exciting. Okay, so it's logging me in. And we're still getting nice corruption coming here. Okay, and I can paint over it by moving the mouse. I mean, it's you know, the the frame buffer is working correctly. It's just that noise and cracks are getting into it. Of course, this is nice if we ultimately do get our nice multicolored, Solaris-esque crash screen in Linux. That would be nice. But right now, this is annoying. So anyway, there's that. I'm going to send the logs for that, and you can see. You can also see some other nice side effects. Generally, things are broken in Rawhide. Here's the here's the scroll bar just reappearing many times as I move this window around, which is clearly not to be desired. I can force that to repaint itself by minimizing it, for example. Bring it back up again. So there's that problem. I mean, there are various other issues that are separate, like this sound application here is going to crash. Alright, I'll turn the sound down. Oh, it hasn't actually turned down. Turn it down again, and it hasn't. And then I'm going to right-click on it, and oh no, I haven't. Let's try it again. Right-click, and it's crashed, and generates a report, and you can't file that report because ABRT tries to file against FC15, which doesn't exist because it's actually Rawhide, and we need to get that fixed too. So that's a separate problem there, but that's not ideal. So we can't control the sound on here at all. There are all bugs filed for all these things. But anyway, back to the issue at hand. Yeah, we're getting nice corruption here on the screen. I'm going to go ahead and switch to TTY2. Do a BT switch here. Okay. And it looks like there's nothing on the screen. You see that line there, but actually there is, just a weird font. If I start typing, you can roughly see the login prompt there. Right. And if I just type, LS or something,